Have you looked at the price of laundry detergent lately? A product we literally use week after week can become a surprisingly huge expense. Welcome back to another explainer. Today we're going to dive right into how to make your own highly effective and incredibly budget-friendly homemade laundry detergent. It's exactly why this DIY journey is just so hopeful for your household budget. But what if you could make a simple, totally effective laundry cleaning mixture right at home using just a few inexpensive ingredients? Well, today we are going to do exactly that. Plus, we're going to look at the actual science behind how to perfect this routine so your clothes come out fresh every single time. Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll cover making the homemade detergent itself. Then, we'll weigh the pros and cons, compare natural soap to commercial detergent, explore the citric acid solution, and finally look at how to strip away stubborn residue. All right, let's jump right into part 1, making homemade laundry detergent. For a small batch, you literally only need 3 basic, super cheap ingredients, plus some water. You'll want 1 bar of plain laundry or Castile soap, a half cup of washing soda, and a half cup of borax. These have been the backbone of traditional laundry for generations. Now, a quick safety note here, borax and washing soda shouldn't be eaten or inhaled as dust, obviously, so keep everything clearly labeled and safely tucked away from pets and kids. Okay, so the process is actually just 4 really easy steps. First, you're going to grate that bar of soap finely. You want small, thin shavings because the finer the pieces, the faster they melt. Next, melt those shavings into about 6 cups of water over low or medium-low heat. You don't need to boil it at all, we're just gently dissolving the soap. Third, pull it off the heat and stir in your washing soda and borax until the powders are completely dissolved. Finally, pour the whole thing into a large bucket, add up to 20 more cups of water, cover it, and let it rest overnight. Don't stress if the mixture gets kind of thick or gel-like as it cools down. That is totally normal. Just give it a good stir before you use it, and you'll only need about half a cup per normal load. Moving on to part 2, the pros and cons. While the cost savings are honestly fantastic, it is crucial that we do a reality check on the drawbacks too. The advantages? Well, they're pretty clear. Extremely low cost, complete control over what you're putting on your clothes, and significantly less plastic waste. But on the flip side, soap-based formulas are just not chemically equivalent to modern synthetic detergents. The biggest catch is that if you have hard water, this natural formula can cause a mineral residue buildup over time, which kind of leaves your fluffy towels feeling a bit stiff. Which brings us to part 3, soap versus commercial detergent. So the reason those towels get stiff is that soap interacts entirely differently with hard water than commercial detergents do. A traditional soap-based cleaner relies on dissolved natural soap and mineral boosters. Unlike synthetically formulated modern detergents, that natural soap actually reacts with the calcium and magnesium found in hard water. That reaction is what leaves an alkaline mineral film on your fabrics. But don't worry, we have a brilliant fix for that in part 4, the citric acid solution. Enter citric acid. This stuff is a real game changer. It acts as a completely natural, non-toxic fabric softener by neutralizing that alkaline soap residue we just talked about, bringing the pH closer to our skin's natural level. By adding a simple 20% citric acid and water solution right into your fabric softener compartment, you allow the textile fibers to relax and rinse beautifully clean. And unlike vinegar, where you might need a whole cup per wash, this concentrated solution works with just a tiny amount. To put that into perspective, take a look at the science here. Normal tap water sits right around a pH of 7.8, but the first rinse with soap, that bumps it up to a highly alkaline 9.0, which is pretty harsh on fabrics. Adding citric acid, though, brings that final rinse down to a perfectly soft 6.2. That slight acidity is exactly what you need to neutralize mineral buildup completely. And here's the absolute best part. Making your own 20% citric acid solution costs roughly 13 cents per use. Compare that to a steep 51 cents for a commercial rinse product. You literally just dissolve 200 grams of citric acid powder into 800 grams of distilled water. You're getting the exact same scientific benefit for an absolute fraction of the price. Finally, let's tackle part 5, stripping away the residue. So what if your favorite sheets or towels have already lost their absorbency from years of hard water and trapped body oils? Well, we use a viral, strangely satisfying method called laundry stripping to pull all that hidden gunk right out of the fibers. As Arm& Hammer notes, during this process, the water often turns dark or murky, revealing what was literally lurking in your supposedly clean items. It sounds gross, I know, but taking dull, stiff towels and restoring their plush absorbency is incredibly rewarding. To do this, just follow this simple recipe. And keep in mind, you absolutely must use powdered detergent for this, not liquid, and only ever strip items that are already clean. Just fill your bathtub about halfway with the hottest water safe for those fabrics. Dissolve a 1/4 cup of washing soda, a 1/4 cup of borax, and a 1/2 cup of powdered detergent. Submerge your laundry, swish it around a bit, and let it soak for about 4 to 5 hours. You will literally see the water change color. Once it's done, wring them out and run a water-only rinse cycle in your washer to clear away all that loosened residue. As with any DIY project, it's always a smart idea to start small, experiment, and find the absolute perfect custom laundry routine for your home. Don't go immediately making a massive 5-gallon batch of detergent. Make a small quantity, test it on some ordinary laundry, and check for any residue. Also, definitely check your washing machine manual. If you have a newer, high-efficiency machine, you'll want to make sure it actually permits traditional homemade soap products first. We'd absolutely love to hear about your DIY laundry adventures, so drop a comment about what recipes have actually worked for you. Taking control of your household routines doesn't just save you a ton of money, it empowers you to understand exactly how the everyday products you use actually work. And honestly, after seeing the science behind hard water and alkaline residue, it really begs the question, what other hidden chemical reactions are happening in your daily household chores right under your nose? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.